everyone, and welcome. We are in a new year, we're in a new month, and we are going to be talking about the unveiling of your life, the emergence of your life. Sometimes I like to think about it as like seeing your life into existence, because ultimately, when we are wanting something, if there's something in our life that isn't quite in accord with how we're feeling, we feel like there's a lack. And I'm going to give us a different perspective on what's really happening. We oftentimes are trying to fill a gap within ourselves. If I'm wanting something I don't already have, it starts with a feeling of lack. There is not enough. I don't deserve it. I am unworthy. And so it starts in a negative vibration. Nothing emerges from a negative vibration except other negative vibrations. We have spent a little time looking at the higher chakras, and when we are trying to get to something we don't already have, we're right back down in the lower chakras. The best way to create emergence into a feeling state that we want, because what we are hoping that we will get from the external manifestation is ultimately a feeling. We want the feeling that I get when I sit in my new car. What does that mean to me, right? I will feel like people think I'm cool because I have a new electric car. I want the feeling that I get when I have a partner by my side. I want the feeling of what it is to have a lot of money, right? The money in and of itself means nothing, right? But the feeling means everything. So we are working on a feeling. When we begin the act of emergence or seeing our future, we can never begin with the vibration of lack. That will simply give us more lack. It will continue to prove us right. You are unworthy, so you're not actually going to get it. You aren't smart enough. That's why you're not going to get it. But none of these things actually work on the level of the small self, which has all those thoughts. I'm unworthy. This is small self. I am unlovable. This is small self. We know we are something higher than that. These are just conditionings that we have chosen to believe. Okay. So as we move through this month, we're going to be looking, of course, at our limited beliefs and recognizing them as a feeling I have in myself, and then just sitting with that feeling from the transformational energy of love. When I'm sitting with, I really, really want a partner, the first thing I feel is, can I get one? Am I worthy enough? Am I good enough? And I'm going to sit with that. I'm going to sit with that, not to think it all the way through, but to then bring it back to the energy. Where do I feel that in my body? And I hold my presence there. Don't escape it. It's an uncomfortable feeling. It's an overwhelming feeling. So I'll normally I'll probably go eat a box of cookies. I don't know what you'll do. Maybe you'll have a drink. Maybe you'll watch TV. Maybe you'll go shopping online. We do all these things to avoid the negative feeling. What we need to do is together, because we are in a community, sit with the uncomfortable feeling. When it feels really overwhelming, just pull us on in. We're there with you. Okay, this is a really big one for me. I'm going to sit with it for a day, for an hour, for a day, for a week, for a month. Depends on how long, right? How long you've held this belief system. So we'll have to sit with it for a little bit until it begins to shift. And I don't sit with it on the level of thinking it through. Well, it was because my mother always told me this, or my auntie always told me that, or my father treated me like this. We sit with it on the level of love, on the level of knowing it enough to be able to set it free, to let it go. That is the first step. You cannot create emergence, change, manifestation in your life if you have this stuck feeling. You may even be able to make your external world look like that. I know many people who have so much money and still sit with the lack. You see, the thing outside of ourselves is not the thing. The car, the partner, the money, the house, whatever it is. The degrees, those are trying to address this whole, but we can't address the whole on the level of the external manifest. We can only address this whole on the level of a feeling state that we fill with the abundant energy of love. So let us find our comfortable seat. Begin our journey today, cleaning out those feelings, letting them go, letting them have their proper place outside of you. They were only a belief to begin with. They were never, ever the truth. They were just something someone told us. Find your comfortable seat and your gazing point. Notice that steadiness. The external steadiness that simply is a reflection of that internal steadiness. The breath slow down. Feel it getting deep on its own. When we are truly present, the breath just does that. It just gets deep. And then go ahead and close your eyes. Moving from the external world to the internal world, where all the feelings, sensations, resistances live. So if there's something that you are reaching for, some external need, let that come up for you now. Really, really would like. And then notice where you feel it in your body. Most probably, you will not have a feeling of flow or abundance. You'll have a small hole or a pit or a drop in your energy. I wish. Hands go into prayer. Can someone help me? Please, I'm desperate to have this thing. Nothing will emerge from here. So instead, just sit with that feeling. Maybe a little story will appear so you can understand better why you feel this way. Maybe it won't, it doesn't matter. What we really want to get to is that feeling. And then you can place your hands there, your loving hands. Fill that space with love and compassion. The exact ingredients it needed when it was first asking, am I good enough? Am I lovable? Maybe it was some painting, some creation you brought to your family. Look at this, or a teacher, look at what I did. And they said, oh, no, that's not okay. Maybe you went for a hug and you got pushed away. Our little minds have to figure it out with not a lot of maturity. And so they tighten up, they hide, they go inward. Now you have all the wisdom to release this. You have all the love to replace that bad feeling. When you're on the level of the vibration, what will really be helpful, of course, are the singing bells because they don't work with words or stories. They simply work with energy and frequency. Oh, let your whole body, and particularly this place, connect to the sounds and watch how the singing bells meet you in that void. Continue to lift that energy to a higher frequency where we actually begin to create. As you're ready, in your own time, begin to deepen your breath. Notice how you're feeling in your body and what your meditation blessing might be this morning.